I'm ready to show what I did. I didn't know what it's gonna look like. I made some with chocolates and some with the caramel. Hello to all of you and Merry Christmas to all that are counting the hours to this wonderful holiday. We are counting the hours too, and it's not long before this holiday is here. I want to start by saying thank you to Bonnie from Arizona for the amazing gift we received. Your kindness and generosity truly embody the spirit of the season and put us in the Christmas mode. Thank you, Bonnie. If anyone's expecting a video about building our own home today, it's not gonna happen because we are in a Christmas mood, we are working, but I don't want to share anything regarding to work. As we are counting down the days to Christmas, I'm excited to share with you our little way of spreading some holiday cheer in our neighborhood by baking a few batches of delicious Christmas cookies and sharing some sweet treats with our wonderful neighbors. So, grab a cup of hot cocoa, get cozy, and let's get started. I put two projects in the same video. If you want, you can skip to the one you like to see. We are not professionals, we are just showing what we're doing when we are able to. In our lives, there are no strings attached and no schedule. That's the best for us.
So, thank you for this, Bonnie. I never had one, so it's better than carrying by hand.
Yes, I found what I wanted. Found my stash. There we go. I'll reach. These are from the piles of the trees that have fallen, and I'm going to use them for a little craft. Welcome in our camper. I'm doing a Christmas wreath for our friends. We have so many trees that have fallen. I thought that's gonna be a nice thing to make a wreath. These are the large trees. I wanted to have pine cones for my decor, and what's better than what you have available, because unfortunately the past snowfall took down a lot of trees, and I collected the large trees that were fallen, and I have some Douglas here I got, same thing from the trees that have fallen already. Smells good. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the floral wire, and I'm gonna build up my wreath by adding pieces together till I get to a bigger length, and then put them together in a wheel. That's all I have to do. Just here I'm gonna twist it on top of the previous wire, and now I'm gonna go put a little bit more, twist it again to make sure that it's staying safe. Keep going and going. I'm trying to keep the curve in the same way, because they have a little bit of bending in them. I love doing crafts. I can't wait to have the time and space to do it all myself. I made it. It took me a few minutes. And now I'm gonna marry the ends. I wanted to make the wreath of the suggestion of my sister. She said that she would like to see me doing it, and my sister Nicole inspired me to make a video about it. It's not as nice as the one I made for myself, but it's not ready. I'm going to add a little bit more wire here and there to give it the shape I want it. I'm in charge. I can choose what I want to do with it. When you buy it, you get what you get. But when you make it yourself, you do what you can and make it the way you want it. Okay, let's see what's the face. It doesn't matter, I think this is the face now. And I'm gonna add more branches here and there, more cones, whatever I want to. I'll see you in a bit. After a little while, my wreath is ready. I can keep it like this if I want to. Make it for like fall, but I want to make it Christmassy. Probably I'm gonna trim a little bit of like taller ends. I don't want to have it stick out too much, but now I'm gonna follow with placing the Douglas here too. Just weave them through other branches, making sure they're gonna stay in the pre-made wreath. Oh, they still have snow on them. It smells so good. We are so fortunate to be able to do it. Maybe a little bit more. Just a little. I don't want to overcrowd it with Douglas fir. don't know what's gonna be. I'm never really sure about it. I'm just doing stuff. Same with the house. We didn't know what to do. We just done a step at a time, research some more, did another step, then research again, and the house got up. Now we're working on everything else, and still we don't know what to do, but we're gonna manage. Okay, let's see. I think I have enough. I like the balance. I'm gonna stop right here with the Douglas sphere. With the needle, I put this in a wire. These are gonna be my hangers for my ribbon. I'm gonna cut them off and then hang my ribbon with them. My next support for the ribbon, that's what I did. I put them through and I make it like a little fold in between the ribbon here, and then I place it where I want it to be. Leave it some space. I don't want it tight. I want it like it's looking natural, just fall in there. And I'm gonna leave this on. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to use this for the end of the ribbon. I'm ready to show what I did. I didn't know what it's gonna look like because I had no plans, but this is it, and this is the hanging part. This is the one I made for us. I made it before Thanksgiving, and I use Oregon grape leaves, rose hips, and of course the large tree. And this is the one I made for our friends with the large tree. Douglas sphere. The next day, the wreath was hanging to our neighbor's house. For the second part of our video, I'll be showing you how to make delicious walnut shells filled with caramelized walnuts and cooked to perfection in a special mold. I started by melting my butter halfway through and let it completely melt under the residual heat. My butter is all melted and it's not too hot. I'm adding my sugar. Now I'm adding my eggs. I'm doubling the recipe because last time when I made it, they're not enough for my husband and I would like to give away some to the neighbors. I mix everything together. I'm adding vanilla to taste, and I'm gonna add the baking soda. Now I'm gonna add my vinegar. and it's gonna have a reaction. See, it's already reacting. It's kind of a honey. All is left to add the flowers, but I'm not gonna add it all at once. If you're using unsalted butter, you have to add some salt, but my butter was salted and I'm not adding any more salt. I am using Amish salted butter. That's my favorite butter around. And I do not need to add salt in my recipe, but every time you bake something sweet, you need to add some salt to bring up the flavor. The dough started to come together. At this point, I cannot use the spatula anymore. It's a soft dough. It's like making a dough for a pie. I don't have to knead the dough, I just want to put everything together. I have no more dry flour. Everything is nice and soft. It's a soft dough, pliable, easy to work with. And that's it, I don't need to do anything else. Now is the time to make my little pieces for the nut shells. I'm gonna grab a piece of dough. I grabbed too much, but look how it is. It's like a clay. I'm shaping it into a smaller cigar. It's not bigger than my thumb. And I'm just gonna pinch a little bit. They're kind of a quail egg size. Or this is a Brazilian nut. And they're about the size of a Brazilian nut. My mold, it's a small size mold. Look, the dough, it's like a working clay. There are 3 different sizes for this mold. Perfection is and the bigger the nut shell, just the bigger the too big pile of dough because they're gonna spread too much, or you don't want them too little because they're not gonna be enough. I think it's better to have more than less. But that's it. And now it's enough. I'm gonna go on the stove and make it on the stove. I started by greasing the mold. It's only required the first batch. After that is no need because the cookies have a lot of butter in them, and then I don't have to worry about greasing the mold. This is a very important step. This is it. Oh, by the way, this is the mold I'm using. It's making waffles. I couldn't find this electric. It's just on the stove top. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna warm it up. I don't want to overheat it because I don't want to burn my cookies. My form is ready to be used. I'm gonna put my little balls in here. And now I'm gonna squeeze. And I'm gonna let it sit for a minute and a half and then turn it around on the other side. This is my wooden spatula. It's a ice cream stick. I don't have such a small tools. I can pick if I want to. See, some of them are out already, but I want them to cook better on the inside too. This is my banger. Let's see. Yeah, they're about right. Look at them. And now I'm just gonna let it fall. If they're not falling, I'm just gonna take my spatula and then bring them out. This is stuck, but this is good. Let's see. They're hot. See, some of them they're too soft right now, but these are my molds. I want them a little smaller, but I can work with this because after they're cooling off, I'm just gonna now are better. I can clean the sides. This is it. It's not too hard, but yeah, of course, takes a little time. This is a little big. I'm gonna pinch it down. You work with it. I don't wanna be fussy. My husband is not very fussy too. They're going to end up to neighbors also because I'm double the recipe. But nice and crunchy. Okay. Yeah, they're not bad. Just pick time to time to see how it goes. I lower my temperature to half. It's a medium because it was too hot at the beginning. I don't mind them a little bit burned because they get more flavor. Good. This is it. It's not too much, but takes a little bit of time. Each mold of mine makes 18 halves, which means you have 9 cookies at the end. But also, you can use them differently if you want to. You can just put some chocolate on top, use them as a decoration for something else, just fill them half or whatever. I want them a little golden. Because I have nothing to do, I'm just gonna pinch down the excess. Of course, you're gonna have bad ones too. So this was before. Not all of them are perfect. And now it's after. Let's see how. Oh, they're perfect. I bang them a little and just let them fall. Well, whatever is falling. The best advice would be to have a positive attitude regardless of the outcome. This is it. Not bad. This is how they look. They become crunchy when they get cool off. If you make them smaller, it'll be easier for you because you don't have to clean the sides. I just press it down a little to fold them on, let it sit, And now I'm gonna work on the previous ones. They look like half of the footballs. This is a childhood cookie that we both love and we haven't had in a while. And I found the mold by accident in that famous website that a lot of people are shopping on lately. It was under $20 and I had to have it. Again, there is no advertising here, it's just what we like. It's going very fast. While waiting, I can do more dough. Okay, let's see. Ooh, they're good. Let's bang one more time together, see what's coming. Not all of them are coming out. Okay, not bad. I first put down the deeper mold. This was too tiny and this was too big, I took it out. Okay. I don't squeeze it that much, but it's almost tight. And lately I didn't have to clean them, they're all coming up better. This means I got the hold of how much I want to use. I'm sorting out the good ones. I made a bunch already. It's like half hour since I got started and I still have a little bit more to go. Probably take me an hour to do 2 recipes at once. Unfortunately, they're never enough. They're gonna just fly so quick from the tray when they're gonna be ready. What do you think? Are you gonna do it? If you do, let me know. I wanna know if you're doing it. I'm interested to see how that goes. Ooh, perfect shells. I'm done with this. These are the good ones. And here I have to sort through. I still have good ones. This, I'm gonna keep it for a different cookie, or we can just eat it like that. And I'm gonna make the filling for the good ones. Not bad. I got a bunch of them. For the third part of the recipe, I'm tossing like a cup of nuts that I chopped. They are like different kind of sizes. Pea size, it's perfect. I don't want to be all too small. I'm just gonna toss them up on the stove for a little bit. And I'm adding 14 ounces of condensed milk. I have different recipes. You can do your own filling, like chocolate and walnuts and pistachios, whatever you like. But I'm gonna do it very simple because I don't have too much space. I don't have all my ingredients. I have many types of fillings I can use for this. You are in charge of what you like. But this is the simplest filling ever. I'm just tossing this. It will become like a caramel. it's gonna be much thicker anyway. I want it to be a thick consistency. I don't want it to be loose or runny. My stove is on low right now. I'm gonna turn it up till this starts heating up. It's gonna change the color. It's gonna become golden. It's bubbly right now, and you want to stick to the pan. That means it's gonna form caramel. Now I'm gonna stir continuously. Turn down the fire and stir continuously to make sure it's not gonna stick to my pan. I only made for a simple recipe. I didn't make for double recipe because I might want to fill up the rest with different fillings later on. But for now I'm only going to fill up with these caramelly walnuts. I'm thinking to make like a chocolate cream with walnuts also. This is thicker now. It still has a little bit more to go because I don't want it runny at all. But also I don't want it too tough because I'm not gonna be able to fill up my cookies. I could caramelize some sugar, add some butter and some cream and make my own caramel from scratch. But it's the simplest way to do it my way right now. I need everything simple. It's different texture. It's changed the color into a brownish from creamy white. It is runny, but not that much. It took maybe 7 minutes to be at this point. Maybe 1 more minute and I'm done. Of course, it's gonna depend of how strong is your fire, but make sure you're not burning it too much. You want some caramel color to develop, but you don't want it burned. I think I'm okay to leave it like this. I'm just gonna leave it to cool off for a few minutes, because when it's cooling off it's gonna be thicker also. I think it has enough. I'm gonna stop right here. It's a little bit loose, but it sticks to my spoon, which is good enough. I'll turn off the fire, and then I'll mix up a little bit more because the pan is hot and it's going to burn it a little bit longer, and I don't want that to happen. See, it's more caramelly looking like. It's in between a caramel and a toffee. I could make it a toffee if I could continue a little bit longer. But if, let's say, you make it too thick, you can add a little bit of butter to soften it up, or you can put some whipping cream to soften it up. But make sure you're not gonna burn yourself because it might bubble up too much if it's too hot. Okay, this is it. I'm happy with the way it is right now. all I have to do is I spread it a little longer, I spread it around, and I'll let it wait a little longer to cool off, and then I'm gonna spoon it into my cookies and marry them together. It's been like 3 minutes. See, it's already not going anywhere. There we go. It's perfect. I'm happy with this, and it has good flavor already. I'm gonna start marrying my cookies together. I only made 1 million of them. Now it's time to fill them up. What I do, I put a little bit more than half of it, and then when I marry them, they're gonna glue together. You want to work with the filling while it's warm, because if it's getting cool, it's gonna be harder to work with, and then you cannot use it anymore. It's not gonna stick. Then you can warm it up a little more and use it again. I'm using a wet towel to wipe my caramel off my hands, because I don't like to be dirty. I want them neat and clean. See, I put a little bit more, and now I squeeze. It's gonna ooze out a little, and then I wipe my finger because I want to stay clean. Make more shells and then fill up later when you want to use them. And like I said, you can use different fillings. You have a cream that you love to make and you think it's easy, go ahead and make it and fill up with that cream. Wipe my finger again. This is it. This is how they look. I'm gonna have more fun. Because, as I said, it's the Christmas spirit, I could not just go to our neighbors with one type of cookies. I made the mini croissant recipes, and of course I double it too. You can find the recipe in a link I'm gonna post down below, just in case you missed it. I also made my own Christmas cards that are going to be given away with these cookies. I've been baking for 2 days. These are ready to go. I made some with chocolates and some with the caramel. These are the Turkish delight. And those are going to the neighbors. I already gave some away. I cannot stop myself to spread the joy. That's it for today's video, where we shared our favorite Christmas treats, from delicious walnut shells to sweet mini croissant cookies. We hope you enjoyed joining us in our small camper trailer kitchen and that these recipes bring joy to your holiday season. We are not pretending to know what we're doing, but we're doing what's good for us. And that's exactly what the holiday season is all about: sharing love, kindness, and delicious food with the people around us. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe to our videos to help us in our journey. Merry Christmas! And as I said, my husband is not fussy at all. We don't even have a coffee table waiting for us in the house. It's just us, the fishing chairs, the futon, and the wood stove.